27 degrees. Nice. It's slipping right here. It's about 27 degrees, and it's nice and warm in the hammock all night. Lots of owls and everything flying around. One landed right over the hammock. It was pretty cool. Looks pretty clear this morning. Got a half moon right over me. Gonna grab some firewood, get the fire started back up, have a little breakfast, and decide what my exit strategy is gonna be for the day. So can get moving around, warm up a little bit. So I don't need a real big fire. Got this birch bark that I found on my way in yesterday. There's no heat in there. Just a little more birch bark. There's a little dead birch right behind my hammock. That stuff is brittle. I've been trying to rely on that ferro rod, but I'm cold. Not freezing, but I just want to make a fire. I'm not in a survival situation here, so. It's not easy eating oatmeal without a coffee wrapper, but it works. I don't think I'm going to have much more of a fire than that. I'll leave that additional wood for next person who comes along. There's some wood here when I got here, so I'll leave some. I'll pack up and start heading out. Probably take me about an hour. I'm in no rush. It is very important to make sure that you have properly put out your fire. This wasn't a big fire, but you want to make sure it doesn't spread. This is just in dirt. Now if I was making this fire ring, I would put rocks underneath here. This was pre-existing. Because we're in pines, there's going to be a lot of roots under here. And so get water or some snow, whatever you got handy. Put it in the dirt. Kind of mix it up. Make sure that fire's out. The last thing anybody wants to hear is that there was a wildfire in this forest they were just camping in, and they originated in their campsite. Because what will happen is fire will get, if there's roots underneath here, it could smolder, spark back up after you leave, get into those roots, and really cause a problem. And you got a smoldering forest fire I don't want that on my conscience. So that is cold. She's out. Alright, so camp is packed down. Got the pack on my back. Made sure the fire's out. Double checked and made sure that I had no garbage laying around. Got all my stuff. And I am good to go. Beautiful, beautiful night in this little campsite along the Keller swamp section of the Pinchot Trail System. Just gorgeous. Like I said, I'm going to leave that wood. There was some wood here when I got here, so I figured I would cut up some extra and leave it here for the next person. So it was nice enough to leave it for me. I'll leave it for the next ones. So what I'm going to do here is, instead of doubling back the way I came, I'm going to continue on along the trail this direction and basically make up my plan as I go. It's going to depend on how warm it gets. Just check the weather. It's saying it could get up to the mid 30s. So if this starts melting and getting slushy, we'll see. We'll see. I got a lot of options. I can follow the trail. I can hike the roads back, which I'd rather not do. As I'm hiking, I'll keep my eyes open for some other little campsites. And if I see any, I'll stop and take a look. Forgot this was here. Little snowmobile trail. I think the last time I came out here, I think we turned here. Oh, excuse me. I think we turned here and hiked out that way. That's the wrong way. The car's back that way. So this is going to take me right back over to, I might go that way. First, I'm going to check in here and see if there's any campsites, because this looks like my kind of forest right here. Got these tall pines, which I've been mistakenly calling white pines. These are red pines, from what I understand now. Oh, this is gorgeous back here. Okay, so what I am going to do is go back to the snowmobile trail and go straight across over to that compass course. I'll do about half of that, and then that'll take me over to the Spruce Swamp Natural Area, I think it's called, where I can head up to Stone Tower, where I was a couple weeks ago, and instead of going back towards McClintock's Gate, I will make the right and go up the kind of that trail towards the car. Because this way it'll do the same thing. It's just going to take me past the waterfall, which is cool. And then I could also head over to the Choke Creek area. But my road walk would increase, because otherwise I'd have to do the rest of the southern loop, which isn't horrible, but not something I'm really, with one peanut butter and jelly sandwich, some Skittles, and a Cliff Bar, not really looking to do like a 8-mile hike here. And if it starts getting warm, this is gonna get just miserable to walk in. It'll be similar to what happened to me last year when me and my buddy were hiking out at Delaware State Forest, and it was 19 degrees in the morning, or maybe possibly colder than that. That's what our phone said, 19. And by the time we got home, it was 61. There's just some of these areas in here that are beautiful. Rhododendrons and pines. So, that little snowmobile trail I was on came out down there. I thought these lined up, but they do not. Here's the other one behind me. This trail is called Thirsty Hill Trail. That's going to take us up to the, I think it's called the Howley Compass Course. Starting to warm up. Okay, last time I checked, it said it was 31. Gets much warmer. This stuff is going to start getting hard to walk in. Why do I have no water? Can't still be frozen. I might have to take the pack off. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I had to rectify two situations. First, my water stopped flowing in my hydro pack. It just froze. So I got that fixed, so I got water. And secondly, I had to get rid of that jacket. It has worn up a lot. Now it's starting to overheat. So that's not good. So I'm more comfortable and I've got water. Now I'm happy. I can finish climbing this hill and continue on. All right, so I've reached the end of Thirsty Hill. I am at Tannery Road, and this is where this Howley Compass Course comes into play. This is how old it is. This is still listed as the DER. It hasn't been a DER in forever. The DCNR now. It's kind of cool. It's I guess that was used for scouts, teach them how to use a compass. So now I gotta decide. Am I gonna go up this trail here? It take me to the exact same spot. So this is my quandary. So I've been hiking for about an hour and a half, hour and 10 minutes maybe. I took about a 20-minute stop there to reconfigure the pack, get the water flowing again. Now this isn't where I thought it was going to be. Oh, that changes things. For some reason I thought this was going to be the Stone Gate Trail, but it's not. I don't think the Stone Gate Trail is on the map then. So this is Phelps Road. So I was camping down here. Phelps goes way down, and then it makes a big loop. And I was kind of in the center of that loop. The car is down that way, and it's about a half mile to
where I got on the was that first birch trail yesterday. But this will take me to the same spot. This is a spruce swamp natural area. I've never hiked this. And this is going to go up, go around the swamp, and take me right to the same spot. And it adds, about doubles the distance. It'll be about a mile. It's about 11:30. I just might do it. I think I'm going to do it. Something new. And it gets rid of part of a road hike. There we go. So as I was hiking across Thirsty Hill, I was just thinking about the trip. It's just a snowmobile trail, so there's not much to see, so my mind just kind of wanders. And I started thinking about last night. It was such a peaceful night of sleep. And I woke up at about 11:30 to the sound of what sounded like a small jet, so like a little Lear jet or something. And it was so low. Now there's a little municipal airport not too far from here. So I imagine he was landing there. But it was so low, I could see the lights flashing on my tarp. So that woke me up. There was a bunch of owls, barred owls out in the distance. One landed right over, right near the campsite. If I got the audio, I'll try to put it in, but as soon as I started recording, he stopped. But then at one point, I had this really weird dream. Oh, I was in this building, and it was in like a Air Force base or something, I guess it was supposed to be. I don't know. But I kept hearing these jets flying by. And I woke up and I go, oh, I wish they'd stop with these jets already. It wasn't jets, it was wind. And off in the distance, the wind was just whipping out there. Trees were clanking together. It was pretty cool. But it's funny how you hear that stuff and then subconsciously your mind tries to make sense of it while you're sleeping. So that section I was camped on, I keep in mind the Pinchot Trail System is just a interlinked group of, is this bird gonna walk right up to me? He's going that way now. This little bird was heading right for me. So the little section I was camped on was the Keller Swamp Trail, and it's a part of the Pinchot Trail System. There is no Pinchot Trail, I don't think. If there is, it's just a small part. It's all part of this trail system. So if you're out here, you got to keep that in mind, that you're not just following, you're following a blaze color, not a trail name. But this is nice. I'm glad I got out here. By the end of the week, it looks like we're gonna have rain. Temperatures are gonna be up near in the 40s, I think. So this snow is gonna be gone. It's gonna be not happy about that. I like snow. I like the summer, but in the winter I want snow. I don't want summer in the winter. I want winter in the winter. So let's keep moving here. See what we can see. So here's a little trivia for you, see who's still paying attention. This forest was formerly known as the Lackawanna State Forest. This is the section that is in this is the section that's in Thornhurst, Pennsylvania, and it's now collectively known, they bought a bunch of tracts of land, known as the Pinchot State Forest. Who knows who Pinchot was? I'll give you a hint. His first name was Gifford Pinchot. There's also a Pennsylvania State Park named after him too. A little trivia game. So this must be the swamp down here. All right, so up here to where the swamp trail splits off. So here it's called the Sunday Trail. And I didn't even look on a map, see if it had a name. It's just the spruce swamp natural area. Stone towers up that way. Stone lookout on this sign. Some signs that says one. So, all right, putting pieces together. This doesn't look like anybody's hiked on it except for wildlife. Getting warm. The snow is definitely melting. Definitely melting. Getting blue sky. Staying sunnier. Definitely staying sunnier than they said it was going to. What is that? That was weird. Okay, so back to the loop. I have completed the loop part, the loop portion of my hike. So this is where the birch still, that's what it's called. I called it first birch before. Birch still trail. And then this is basically where I decided, to split off and go up the Spruce Swamp. Is a half mile up that way. So add a little bit of time. I figured it'd take me about an hour, and I was wrong. It only took me about 45 minutes. So that's good. So it's a road hike back to the car. So, have you ever tried this? So I'm probably 70 feet from the Jeep. If I hit the unlock button, it doesn't work. But, and I don't know, I'll probably fry my brain by doing this. If you touch it to your chin, it works. Lock it, nothing. Unlock it, or lock it this way. I don't know why that is, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Beautiful hike. Absolutely love this. This was awesome. I will be doing this again without a shadow of a doubt. So much fun. Okay. Gonna get unloaded. Can't wait to get this pack off.
So obviously I'm home now. I wanted to look at the numbers and kind of figure out what I did for the 2 days before I finished up the video. Most of the miles were done today as opposed to yesterday, and that's mostly because I did more trail yesterday. Today was more snowmobile trail, which is easier to hike on. And then miles might not be 100% accurate. Actually, I know they're not 100% accurate because where the map shows Spruce Swamp going isn't 100% accurate. I looked at it on the Google Earth, and it shows it being a road. It's not, so I don't know exactly where that trail cuts in. So I probably went a little bit further than that. But either way, man, it was a great hike. I really enjoyed how quiet it was out there, aside from the little Learjet that flew over last night. But great campsite, a lot of fun. Learned a couple things. Make sure you bring a spork for one. Don't put your pants so close to the fire. Burned a hole in my pants. That wasn't good. It's a small one. I can fix it. No big deal. And I carried my solo stove with me, and I didn't even use it. I used the cup, but not the stove. And I kind of liked it. So I don't know.
I don't know. I might have to look at another means of cooking. I know a lot of people use a canteen. The really good ones are super expensive, and I don't know if I want to shell out like $165 for a canteen. But yeah, I'll figure out something. I like stoves, but it seems like with backpacking, not carrying that stove could have saved a couple pounds. The bag was 40 pounds to begin the hike, and then I weighed it when I got back to the house, and it was down to 34. So that's with water gone, at least 2 liters of water gone, 2.5, no, maybe 3 liters of water gone by what I drank in the hydro pack, some food, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all that would have left. And those are pretty beefy peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, apparently. I only ate one of it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I had a great time making it and being out there and spending the night. The weather is now going to just go crazy for the next 4 or 5 days. It's going to be 15 tonight. It's going to be in the 50s by the end of the week. Rain. And then on Saturday night, it's going to be in like the mid 40s during the day, and then drop down to the low to mid teens at night. So it's just going to be insanity for the next few days. So I'm glad I got out when I did. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, click the little bell. Join me for the live stream Thursdays at 7 o'clock. And yeah, until then, I will see you in the next.
But I know I was making a point here. You know, I had this all planned out in my head. Camping on there, doing stuff. Things are fun. There's a bird in a tree.